If p plus q plus r is 19, p plus r is 8, what is the value of q? Well, p plus r is 8, so we just substitute that there, and then just that leaves q, and then that's 19. And therefore, let's see here, q would be 19 minus 8, which I believe is 11. And I think that's it. So that would be choice B. Abel, Brock, Cayley, Duan, and Edith are sitting around a circular table. Brock sits in the chair between Abel and Duan. Edith is not beside Duan, who is sitting to Edith's immediate left and right. So we have the table, and let's see here. Let's just call them A, B, C, D, E. Brock sits in the chair between A and D, according to the question. Okay. That takes care of that. And then Edith is not beside Duan, so Edith has to go here, and then the person remaining has to go here, which I think is the C guy. Yeah. So this would fit the question. So what are they asking now? Who is sitting to Edith's immediate left and right? So Edith's immediate left and right would be A and C, and that therefore would be choice A. The mass of a serving tray is 4 times the mass of a plate. A waiter is holding a serving tray with a stack of 6 plates on the tray. If the combined mass of the tray and the plate is 3,000 grams, what is the mass of each plate? So T, if that's tray, is equal to 4P. And therefore T plus 6P, just basically going by what the question is telling me, is 3,000. So since T is 4P, we put 4P in there, and that's 6P, and that is 3,000. So 10P is 3,000, and therefore P would be equal to 300. P is 300, and therefore that would be E. Anna and Yao are 42 kilometers apart. They jog towards each other along a straight road. Anna jogs at a constant rate of 6. Yao jogs at a constant rate of 8 kilometers per hour. When they meet, how much farther has Yao traveled than Anna? Let's put A on one end, Anna, and Yao at the other. And who's running faster? Yao's running faster, so let's say this is where they meet. Let's put M for meet. Okay, and then this distance is well, let's call this D, and then this would be 42 minus D, since the total distance is 42. And our main formula, speed equals distance over time. And we'll modify that a little bit, call it time is distance over speed, because when they meet, the times are equal. So the time for Anna is equal to the time for Yao. Okay, so the time for Anna would be, using the formula, D over S. So hers is 42 minus D. And her S, her speed, what's Anna's speed? Is 6. And then for Yao, his distance is D, and his speed is 8. So this is the formula. So I guess we cross multiply, and we get 6D is equal to 42 times 8 minus 8D, and that's 14D is equal to 42 times 8, and therefore D is equal to 3 times 8, which would be 24. Okay, so this is therefore equal to 24, and this is equal to 18. And what are they asking? When they meet, how much farther has Yao traveled than Anna? So Yao traveled 24, Anna traveled 18, so the difference is 6. So that's the answer. So therefore that would be choice A. The height of a stack of identical newspapers is 50 centimeters. Half of the newspapers are removed from the stack, then 1/5 of those removed are put back onto the stack. What is the height of the stack now? Okay, so we have a stack, and then it was 50, and then half are removed. Okay, so this guy is removed, and then we just have the half left, so that's 25 in terms of its height, I guess. And then 1/5 of those removed are put back. So 1/5 of this guy, which would be that was 25, right? That height. So 1/5 of 25, 1/5 of 25 is 5. So that's put back here. So that's 5, right? And then they're saying, what is the height of this whole stack? Well, the whole stack is obviously 5 plus 25, which is 30. And 30 would be choice C. In the diagram, the right-angled isosceles triangle has a hypotenuse of root 8. What is the smallest number of these triangles needed to completely cover a square with side length 8? Okay, so first we need to figure out the value of x. So using Pythagoras, we will be able to do that quite easily. 2x squared is 8, x squared is 4, and therefore x is 2. Okay, so then what are we being told? What is the smallest number of these triangles needed to completely cover a square with side length 8? So a square has side length 8, so its area would be 8 times 8, which is 64. Okay, so then we have to figure out the area of this triangle. So that would be 1/2 base times height. The base is 2, the height is 2, so that is 2. So 64 divided by 2 is how we would figure this out, and that's 32. So that would be D. Each of P4R, 7QS, and TU1 is a positive 3-digit integer. The sum of P4R and 7QS is equal to TU1, as shown. Each of PQ, RST, and U represent a different digit from 0, 2, 3, 5, 8, 9. What is the value of U? Oh boy, so this is a trial and error. Okay, so let's see here. P48, 7QS, and then what? And then TU1. Okay, so this is all trial and error. 0, 2, 3, 5, 8, and 9. Those are the numbers I have to choose from, correct? Sorry, what did I do here? This is supposed to be an R. I don't know why I put 8 there. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, I got it. All right, let's see. So we want a 1. This guy is a 1. So what can we get? 8 and a 3. So if I put 8 and a 3 for R and S, respectively, that would give me 11. But then I carry the 1, which is fine. I mean, as long as I get a 1 there. Okay. Now I've got 1 plus 4, which is 5. 5 plus Q is equal to U. So 5 plus Q is equal to U. So let's just see. I've already used the 8. I've already used the 3. So I've got to use 2 more. Let's see here. 0, 0, and 5. That would do it. So if Q was 0. So if we have P48,703, this would be 1, 1, and that would be 5. So that works so far. And then P plus 7 is equal to T. P plus 7 is equal to T. And that's fairly straightforward. 2. If P was 2, 2 plus 7 is equal to 9. So that would be 2, 4, 8, 7, 0, 3, and then 9, 5, 1. All right. So that all worked out. And what are they asking for? What is the value of U? So U is this guy. So U is 5. And therefore, that would be D. The dollop sells ice cream cones. Each cone sold is exactly one of the 3 different types: chocolate, vanilla, or twist. Of all cones sold, 11 over 17 contains some chocolate, 10 over 17 contains some vanilla. If 85 ice cream cones were sold in total, how many were twist? Okay. So we got to do what is known as a Venn diagram. Venn diagram. Okay. So let's make a couple circles here, and let me explain this. So the first circle is the chocolate circle. The second one is the vanilla. And what's in the middle is the twist. So let's assign some numbers here, or letters. We'll call this A, we'll call this region B, and we'll call that region C. So according to the question, A plus B, which is the chocolate, is 11 over 17 of the total, which is 85. So that is 55. Got it? And then also according to the question, B plus C is 10 over 17 times 85, which is 50. And then the total, all of the cones, is 85. So that should be fairly simple to solve. If we add this guy to that guy, we have A plus B plus B plus C is 105. Now A plus B plus C, that's 85, so we can just put that in there. That just leaves a B, 105, and therefore B is 20. And that is what they wanted. I had represented the twist cones with a letter B, so that's why it's 20. And therefore 18 is E. The line passing through ABCD is parallel to the line passing through points EFG. ABFE is parallelogram and CDG is a triangle. If AB is 8, CD is 12, what is the ratio of the area of ABFE to area of triangle CDG? Okay, so, well, let's see here. Let's go back. AB is 8, so that's 8. CD is 12, so that's 12. And then did they give us anything else? No, they don't. Okay, no problem. But what I can do is I can, top to bottom, I can just call it H. So ABFE, that's going to be just length times width. So 8 times H. And then the triangle is 1/2 base times height. The base is 12 and the height is H. I think that's it. I think that's how you do it. So that the H's cancel, so that just leaves me with 8 over 6, which is 4 over 3. And that is choice E. If A, B, C, and D are positive integers, so that A plus 1 over B plus 1 over C is 90 over 11, what is the value of A plus B plus C? Okay, so A plus 1 over B plus 1 over C. All right, so 90 over 11. Okay, the first thing that comes to mind is just make this into a mixed fraction. Well, 90 over 11 is what? 8 plus 2 over 11, correct? So right off the bat, I'm going to set A equal to 8. I think that makes sense. So then I just have this 1 over B plus 1 over C is 2 over 11. Okay, so I'm going to try to match this. I'll match it by multiplying top and bottom here by 2. Or should I do that? Or maybe divide top and bottom here by 2, this side. So let's keep this as B plus 1 over C. And if I divide both top and bottom by 2, I get 1 over 5.5. And I know that's a cardinal sin to put a decimal in with a fraction, but it's okay. But 1 over 5.5, that can be broken up into 5 plus a half. And there you go. That clearly you can see that B is now 5 and our C is 2. And that is what we wanted. So A plus B plus C is 8 plus 5 plus 2, which is 15. And therefore, the answer to this question is D.